Welcome back. Now for your 5-day weather forecast, we go outside to Amy Weinstein.
We continue to see warmer than usual temperatures across the GTA, but it is not expected to last into the weekend. Let's take a look at our 5-day weather forecast. We will see a high of 1 degree this afternoon, but temperatures will drop to -3 this evening with a wind chill of -8. We will see a low of -6 overnight tonight, but it will feel more like -10. The cold will continue into Thursday, where we will see a low of -6, but a warmer afternoon with sunshine and a high of 3 degrees. Friday will see a low of -7 and a high of 1 degree with a few flurries. On Saturday, flurries will continue with a low of -11 in the GTA and a high of -6. The wind chill will make it feel more like -14. On Sunday, the skies will clear up and it will warm up slightly with a low of -9 and a high of -2. That's your 5-day weather forecast. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Amy. Census data released today shows Toronto is outpacing the rest of the country when it comes to growth. The 2011 census data showed over 5 years the GTA grew by 9.2%, dominating the national growth rate of 5.6%. Other highlights of the report included some record-setting numbers. For the first time since Confederation, Western Canada's population surpassed that of the Maritimes and Quebec combined. Western Canada's share of the population was 30.7%, with Atlantic Canada and Quebec coming in at 30.6%. Canada's population jumped to 33.5 million, up from 31.6 million in 2006. Ontario's population went up by 5.7%, its lowest increase over the past 3 decades. More detailed census data will be released over the coming weeks.
The RCMP say 2 police officers injured in a shooting near Killam, Alberta are in stable condition. The officers were wounded by gunfire as they attempted to execute a search warrant of a house. Police say they are continuing to surround the building, where they believe at least 1 man is still inside. The RCMP say they are certain at least 1 suspect in the house was hit by gunfire. They have had no response from the house and are continuing to wait.
An investment protection deal marks a historic step forward between Canada and China. Prime Minister Stephen Harper says that it is Canada's first comprehensive trade agreement. This agreement would give an assurance to small and medium-sized businesses they'll be treated the same as domestic companies. Details of the agreement have not been released. It still has to go under legal review by both countries and be ratified before it can come into force. This was one of the several deals signed during Harper's 3-city tour of China.
He may not have set the Guinness World Record, but little Chun Chun is the biggest baby on record in China. He weighed at an astonishing 15 pounds and 5 ounces. The Guinness record is held by a baby born in Ohio in 1879 who was recorded at 23.7 pounds.
Today marks the 2nd annual Bell Let's Talk Day, aiming at raising awareness of mental health issues in Canada. Mental health affects 1 in 5 Canadians. The campaign, which is currently the highest trending topic on Twitter, is part of a 5-year, $50 million initiative launched in 2010. Bell will donate 5 cents to mental health problems for every text message sent or long-distance call made on their network.
And now with your sports news, here's Thomas Surska.
The Toronto Maple Leafs lost in regulation last night for the first time since January 21st, dropping a 2-1 decision to the Jets in Winnipeg. Brian Little scored the game winner midway through the second period, giving the Jets just their 6th win in 17 games this calendar year. Phil Kessel scored the lone Toronto goal, giving him 30 on the season. Kessel has now scored at least 30 goals in each of his 3 seasons in Toronto. He's second in NHL goal scoring, 5 behind league leader Steven Stamkos. In other NHL action last night, Alex Edler scored the shootout winner as Vancouver topped Nashville 4-3. In Montreal, Thomas Plekanec lifted the Canadiens to a win over Pittsburgh in the 8th round of a shootout. And the Sens lost 3-1 to St. Louis as former Ottawa goalie Brian Elliott got the win for the Blues in his return to Ottawa. Other winners last night included the Devils, Islanders, Caps, Blue Jackets, Kings, Coyotes, and the Avs, who handed the Chicago Blackhawks their 6th straight loss. Moving on to the NBA, Paul Pierce moved past Larry Bird last night into 2nd place on the Boston Celtics all-time scoring list. Pierce hit a 3-pointer early in the 3rd quarter to move ahead of Bird. Pierce now trails only John Havlicek on the list. Elsewhere in the association, Monta Ellis scored a career-high 48 points last night in a losing effort as his Golden State Warriors lost 119-116 to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Ellis's 48 points ties him with Kobe Bryant for the most points in a single game this NBA season. Bryant dropped 48 on the Phoenix Suns on January 10th. The Toronto Raptors get back on the court tonight. They're home to the Milwaukee Bucks. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. at the ACC. With pitchers and catchers set to report to spring training in a couple of weeks, two Major League Baseball teams each locked up a key member of their team. The LA Dodgers and 23-year-old ace Clayton Kershaw have agreed on a 2-year, $19 million deal. Kershaw won the 2011 National League Cy Young Award. The Texas Rangers and star shortstop Elvis Andrus have avoided arbitration by agreeing to a 3-year, $14.5 million deal. The deal is expected to be made official on Thursday after Andrus passes a physical. And in Humber Athletics news, both the men's and women's volleyball teams travel to Hamilton to take on the Mohawk Mountaineers tonight. The men's team is riding an 11-game winning streak, while the women have won 15 straight. They haven't lost since October. And that's your sports news. I'm Thomas Surska.
Thanks, Thomas. After the break, we'll get the latest in entertainment from Philip Maciel.
You might be surprised by some of this year's Juno nominations. Canada gets ready for Madonna and Powder Those Noses bachelorettes. I'll tell you why on your entertainment update right after the break.